Right. So hello and welcome to another live stream. Couple of updates. So first of all, Alicante Airport have now introduced the fingerprint and photograph at the airport due to this entry-exit system that has been running since October the 12th. Okay, so it's been announced on social media that Alicante Airport has now introduced the entry-exit system, fingerprinting and photographing at the border. So your passport will not get stamped at Alicante Airport. Hello to you, Wayne. So I'm just mentioning that it's been announced on social media that Alicante Airport has now introduced a fingerprinting and photographing situation at the airport, which means that your passport will not get stamped on entry or exit of Spain in that particular region. So that's been announced on social media, which is timed because this coming week, in the next few days, I will be heading over there anyway to go to Benidorm for 3 nights and to go and visit Guadalest and the waterfalls of Algar, which will be an excursion, pardon me, that I'm going to be doing next Wednesday. So that's announced. So Alicante Airport has now introduced the entry-exit system in the sense of having your passport not stamped. A fingerprint and a photograph will be taken of each passenger that arrives on whichever airline they arrive on. So whether that's Jet2, TUI, EasyJet, Ryanair, Vueling, Wizz Air, EasyJet, American Airlines, British Airways, whatever airline uses Alicante Airport, and there are a lot, they will all go through the same procedure. Okay, but it's particularly for Brits because of the Brexit. Okay, so that's the situation now at Alicante Airport. It's been announced earlier on this evening, Friday evening, so that is the update I'm sharing. So when I go there next week, I will do a video and a live stream like this to mention the situation so that anybody else that is due to go to Benidorm in the coming days, which I'm sure there will be loads of tourists going, because not this coming week, but the week after, there is a massive festival on in Benidorm, which they do every November, and it starts next Friday, the 7th, and runs through till the following weekend. So they do parades, and they do fancy dress. Loads of Brits go there for this particular fiesta, but it's also a national Spanish holiday as well. There's a couple of days where the banks and schools, etc., are closed. So they have parades, they have fireworks, dress up. So lots of British tourists are going to be heading over to Benidorm after next week when this starts. So it's just an advance warning that the entry-exit system at Alicante Airport will begin. So that means they will be doing fingerprinting and passports, non-passport stamping on arrival and exit of Spain, particularly in the Costa Blanca area, which is where Alicante is located. Okay, so I'm just letting people know that watch this channel. This video will be put on very soon, that the entry-exit system at Alicante Airport will be starting as it's been announced on social media earlier on. So yes, Wayne, I will do a video when I arrive at the hotel in Benidorm to explain how it's worked, how long it's taken me to get through from getting off the plane to going through the passport situation, to getting the bag, to getting on the transfer coach and getting over to Benidorm. All being well, it will be within a couple of hours of landing. So please excuse that rude comment I've just removed. But anyway. Yes. So that's what the situation is going to be next week. So I will definitely be doing a video on it and posting it on the channel. And I will include the link in the description of this video of the entry-exit system information as well online, so you can have a read of how it works. So, because it's going to be a gradual rollout still until April of next year, because we are now into the month of November. So it's getting 1 month closer to when it's officially going to be rolled out all the way over Europe. Okay, so that's the latest situation regarding Alicante Airport. So I will be going over to Benidorm, yes, and I'll be going to Mateo's Bar. I will go down to the Levante Promenade on arrival and at the hotel, because I may not be able to go to the room straight away, because a lot of hotels have different check-in times. Some of them you can probably check in as soon as you arrive, depending if your room's available. Others, it might be 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Others, it might be 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So regardless of the timing, if I can't go to the room, I will still be going down to the Levante side of Benidorm, because the hotel is located halfway between the Levante and the Old Town. So I will go down to Mateo's bar when that opens, go down to the Sol Pelicanos, Benidorm down to Greg's, have something to eat, have a look at Morgan's Tavern, do some footage, do some live streams, and then I'll head back to the hotel, have a shower, get changed, go and have dinner, unpack the stuff, and go out to the Old Town. Because then on Wednesday, I'll be picked up literally behind the hotel to go on an excursion to Guadalast and the waterfalls of Algar, which is beautiful. The waterfalls featured in the Benidorm Series 3. So if you watch the ITV series of Benidorm, it's in Series 3, where the Garveys go to the waterfalls of Algar on an excursion from the Solana Hotel. And this is the location I will be going to on this trip. It is fantastic. I have been before. It is amazing. It's lovely scenery. Guadalest is beautiful as well because it's a hilltop village and you can basically go into a castle, the dungeons, the museums there, the shops, the narrow streets. It is just in a stunning location. So I will be definitely doing a live stream there at Guadalest and at the waterfalls as well. So I'll make sure you see as much footage as possible on the stream, as well as normal videos, which will be done into episodes, because I will be editing when I'm out there. And any other footage I don't get to do while I'm away will be done when I come home. And of course, I'll be uploading all the video clips on the channel after I return, which will probably take me several days because I know I'm going to do hundreds of videos. So just bear that in mind. Probably not as many as the cruise. There was over 1,500 video clips for the cruise and it took me 3 weeks to offload them all. But the views of the channel shot up to 78,000 views. I'm not quite on 950,000 yet. It's over 945, I think, thousand views. So, but I'm aiming to get to 1 million views, and I'm sure this Benidorm series will push it up several thousand views, and it's down to you guys to watch the videos, even after I've uploaded them. The Rob Baston Animal Zone series is finished now. I went there on Thursday, and I did a live stream and got some fantastic footage of the porcupine that was gnawing away on the bark that was there. I got a right good close-up of him. There was 3 of them in total that were in that enclosure. And of course, they've had new additions as well, because it's been open this week. It's been half-term holiday. So it's been open this week, and it's open every weekend anyway, 10 till 4. It's £9 for adults to go in, £6 for children. And of course, it's open in school holidays. So I decided to go and do another series. So there's lots of interesting animals there. There's over 750 animals at Rob Baston Animal Zone at Penkridge. So if you live near Wolverhampton or that area, I'm sure you will know that area. So go and pay a visit. It's easy to get to, and there's plenty of free parking as well. And there's a little tea room where you can have a cup of tea or coffee and cake. And of course, there's a little souvenir area, and there's toilets as well. So there's plenty of things to look round. But yes, Benidorm is coming up next week. So there'll be lots of interesting videos. I will be heading down to the Old Town as well, going to Tapas Alley, going to the balcony, going to the Dove Park, going to Sherry's Bar, going to the marina, and the weather's going to be nice. It's forecast 23 degrees next week over there, and sunshine all the way through. So I'm looking forward to having a mini breakaway and doing some more footage. And of course, going with my favourite airline, Jet2. So I'll be videoing the flights, takeoff, in-flight and landing. So any plans after Benidorm? I have got other plans, yes. I'd like to do a series in Lincoln at some point. I've never been to the city of Lincoln. I've been to York. I'm looking at doing a series over there. I'm looking at possibly going back to Prague. Maybe not for 3 nights, maybe only for 2. But I'm looking at doing a series in Prague again, because I do like Prague. I liked it last December. Might go again next month in December. So again, I can go during my days off. I don't have to book holiday off work. In the new year, I'm looking at going to Tenerife, and also on another cruise as well, hopefully in March, because I've still got 9 days holiday from work left to use. So I want to put those in the new year and get get those 2 holidays. Most likely I will return to Dubrovnik as well. The Karaka have now finished their season of doing the Elefiti Islands and the Sunset Cruise as well. They're finished now until next spring. but I will intend to get back to Croatia next year. Definitely my favourite destination to go on holiday to, and to go and see Vesna at the Hotel Vis, go to the Cave Bar, go to Mostar and Kotor in Montenegro, go to the Elefiti Islands, you name it, Korčula. I love going to Dubrovnik, so April, May time is a nice time to go there. So that will definitely happen as well. But between now and then, yes, I've got a plan for after Benidorm. And on another note, I'm going to add another little update for you all while I'm on here. Peak Wildlife Park have announced this evening a new addition. So it's not another meerkat, it's not another llama or anything, or alpaca or any other creature like that. They've announced that they've got a small mongoose. So I don't know the location of where this mongoose is. I don't know the sex of it, whether it's a male or a female, and I don't know the name of it, okay? It's just been announced on their social media not long ago that they have got a new mongoose there now. It may be in the location where the otter enclosure used to be, which is opposite the bush dogs. Again, it's not been confirmed exactly where the location is of this mongoose. And I believe they've just got the one, unless they have one or two others that join it, I don't know. It won't be announced on their website just at this moment, but it's on their social media on Facebook, and most likely it'll be on their Instagram page as well. So if you follow their Facebook or Instagram pages, I'm sure you will see there's a little video of the mongoose going through a little tunnel, pops his little head out. So yes, so Peak Wildlife Park have got a new mongoose there in addition, okay? And they are good creatures because they are one of very few creatures that are immune to snake venom. And they are known to kill scorpions and snakes as well, including venomous ones, hence why I said they are immune to snake venom. So a lot of them, they do attack snakes, okay? So you can read all about that online on Wikipedia and other things like that. But mongooses are cute little creatures. When I went to Rob Baston on Thursday, they got the dwarf mongooses. And of course, they've got baby guinea pigs and rabbits there, and the Provost squirrels as well. And of course, an armadillo. So, and of course, again as well, Twycross have got their 4 capybaras now. So again, you can do an experience there. So that's another addition last month, a couple of weeks ago actually. Twycross Zoo announced their 4 capybaras. They've got 4 boy capybaras. Who Zoo and Telford have still got their 3. Cinnamon, Churro and Chinchu, the dad passed away. Again, I would love Peak Wildlife Park to have capybaras again. They did have one, but it got into a fight years ago when the park was called Blackbrook. Then it went into administration, a new family took over, and it's now called Peak Wildlife Park. But that's expanded a lot since Blackbrook. But again, I have mentioned it when I've gone there on my visits, because I'm a regular visitor to Peak. Of course, you see my videos and my YouTube series. So I've been quite often because it's one of the closest zoos to me anyway. And I've got an annual pass so I can go as often as I like. Okay. So, but at the moment they've got this new mongoose, yes. So I will pay another visit. It's now another excuse to go, isn't it? But I will go and visit this creature and do videos on it. But I have mentioned it to the staff there. If they ever do get capybaras, they may do, they may not do. Again, I don't know. There's plenty of space to put them, because when they built that new wallaby enclosure, that's what I thought was going in there, because there was a big massive pond, and capybaras love to go in water because they go underwater to help escape from predators looking out for them in their native land, which is of course South America. Okay, so they do go underwater to get away from crocodiles and other creatures, including bush dogs, because they're known to attack them as well, which is quite surprising because they're little tiny little dogs. And they've got about 6 of them at Peak, because they've got the baby ones as well as the parents. So they keep having litters over there. So they've got stacks of bush dogs. But again, capybaras may appear at Peak. I don't know. I have asked about it, so we'll just have to stay tuned. But for now, their latest addition is a mongoose. Okay, so if you ever visit Staffordshire or go to Alton Towers, which is going to be closed very soon, this weekend or next weekend, I think, you can still visit Peak. It's open daily, 10 till 5. Usually in school holidays it's open till 6, but I suppose because it's getting close to winter, it'll just be 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, with the clocks going back the other week. So but it's open every day, so you can check their website, you can book online the tickets, or you can turn up on the day. It's a bit more expensive on the day, or you can just book a annual membership, which is 65 quid for adults, but you get 10% off in the shop, and you get 10% off in the cafe as well, in the tea rooms and stuff there. And of course, there's plenty of free parking. But you've also got a year's entry to the park free of charge. So why not just take advantage of it? Because otherwise you're going to be paying over 25, 30 quid a time. And when you've got a family, that's a lot of money, especially if you go several times a year. Whereas with an annual pass, you get in free. But you've all got to have an individual one, including children as well, which might prove costly. But again, it gains you a year's entry. So why not just take advantage of it? So you can go on the website and check all that information out. But yeah, so that's Peak Wildlife Park's latest edition, okay? So there's some updates for you tonight. So again, going back to what I said earlier, Alicante Airport have started the entry-exit system with regard to the fingerprinting, and instead of having your passport stamped. Of course, I'm off to Benidorm next week. The Rob Baston series is complete. The channel is still doing very well. And Peak Wildlife Park, again, have had an additional mongoose, okay, a brand new creature there. So future series, like I said, I'm planning to do a trip to Lincoln. Again, that will be a train journey. It's about an hour and a half from here on the train. It's not a lot of money return. I think it's around £30 return. But Lincoln looks an interesting city. There's a castle there. And it's the only place in the world that's got the Magna Carta. The original Magna Carta is in Lincoln. It's the only place in the world that's got it. Okay, the famous Magna Carta. So again, if you want to do some research on that, I'll put the link in the description underneath about that. And of course, that's in Lincoln Castle, so you can visit that. And of course, there's the cathedral as well. And there's other interesting museums in Lincoln. Again, it looks an interesting city to go to, a bit like York with a walled city as well. I do like walled towns, like Dubrovnik, obviously. Another one I'd like to visit one day is Alcudia in Mallorca. The old town, again, that's an old town there. There's the modern part, and then there's the old town with a wall bit as well. Again, I'd love to visit that. That's another series to do in the future. But Lincoln is definitely a series I'm looking at doing. And I will also try and do some series in Wales at some point as well. I'd like to get over to Wales and do some YouTube footage over there, like Llangollen, go on the steam railway. Again, this might happen next year now. Of course, there's Llandudno, there's Conway, there's the Great Orme Tramway, there's the copper mines up there. And I'd also like, I haven't done a series in Blackpool. Again, that's another series I could do. Go and see the illuminations, go on the trams. Obviously, I went to Christ the other week. Again, that's worth going to. Christ Tram Village in the UK, in Derbyshire. The only one in the UK as well. So pay a visit. Again, you get a year's entry there if you don't do everything on one day, because that's what your entry ticket to that allows you to do. And book online, it's about 23 quid. Again, plenty of free parking. So there's loads of places, honestly, that still need investigating. And I'd also like to do some caves. I like going into caves. So I know there's the Blue John Mine in the Peak District. There's Pool's Cavern. There's loads of caves at Castleton in the top of Derbyshire. It's quite a drive, but the scenery up there is amazing. And of course, there's Matlock Bath. There's a cave there as well. There's the Heights of Abraham cable car. So honestly, there are absolutely stacks of places I would love to do YouTube series on. And I will get round to them at some point. But for now, we've got Benidorm coming up. I'll head over to Lincoln most likely in November. I will get over to Twycross Zoo and go and see these capybaras. And of course, I'll go to Peak and see this new mongoose. So again, there's lots of series I want to do. And Prague will also be on my list again as well. So I've done a lot of overtime at work this week. So it's earned me some extra money, which is good because I have plans for holidays next year and a cruise and other things I want to do, you know. So the channel will continue to grow, and it's thanks to you guys that watch this channel that help it grow. So I really do appreciate all of your support. Honestly, I can't do it without you. I do appreciate the comments. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the subscriptions. I just appreciate you being on here, watching my videos. I never intend to bore people. If you don't like the content, again, you don't have to subscribe. You can click the unsubscribe button and just don't watch the videos. But I don't want to encourage people to do that because I want people to enjoy what I do. It's my hobby. At the end of the day, having the channel keeps my mind focused because I do suffer mentally. I do have anxiety. I have autism as well. So to go and do these videos and to go and travel on my own is a big achievement for someone like me that's got autism. There's quite a few autistic people I know wouldn't even set foot out the house or even go on a plane on their own, or even a train on their own, because they can't deal with people, okay? Sometimes I can find that a struggle, but again, having the channel helps me, and I do love meeting people, and I've met several people on the videos when I've been to Benidorm that have shouted out and said hello. So don't be afraid to do that. I'm happy to video you if you want me to and be on the footage. Tell me about your holidays, your experiences. I don't mind that at all. But it's a big achievement for me to be autistic, have anxiety, and to go and do these blogs really helps me and keeps my mental state at bay, because I do suffer with it, and work can overwhelm me sometimes as well, and other things. But like I said, the channel really does help me and keeps me focused, and it gets me outside and see the world, see creation, if that's what you believe in or not. It doesn't matter. I'm not on here to discuss religion or anything, but I believe firmly in creation. I know there's an intelligent designer out there that's designed wildlife and nature. I really appreciate seeing the world, seeing animals and creatures and things. It's lovely. And I mean, I drove through Cannock Chase yesterday, coming back from Robaston, and honestly, the colours of the leaves on the trees were just so beautiful. And I wish I'd got somebody in the car that could have videoed it, honestly. And also a deer darted across the road as well, several feet in front of my car. Thankfully, I was quite a distance away, but it darted across the road, managed to get across the road because there's no other traffic coming. But the trees were just absolutely breathtaking. All the colours of the leaves all the way down the road for 3 or 4 miles were just reds, oranges, browns, yellows. It was absolutely beautiful, and I wish I'd got somebody in the car that could have just held my selfie stick and videoed the entire journey down that road, because I would have loved it. So again, that's the advantage of me perhaps having a YouTube assistant one day, whoever that is, who can be with me and video while I'm driving. So, you know, so that people can see where I'm going to be heading. So I'm not just doing a video when I leave where I am and arrive, but somebody can video parts of the journey as well for me. But that journey yesterday really needed video, and I couldn't have done it. I would have to have stopped somewhere. But like I say, having an assistant would have been great. Someone that could have just sat there in the car and hold the selfie stick and video all those trees down that road, because it was absolutely stunning. So again, Guadalest in Benidorm, I don't know what it's going to be like over there during the autumn. I'm sure it's going to be just as beautiful. So please hit that subscribe button at CarlSmith25. Fantastic video footage coming up in the coming days. I'll do some more updates regarding Benidorm in the days to come, because I'll be going very soon. So the small case is packed as well. Bought a pack of apple juices the other day. They're in there. I've also packed my poncho just in case it does rain. But I did look at the weather forecast, and it's give out sunshine the whole week. Over 23 degrees. And the temperature, it says, feels like 25. So that is beautiful for this time of year. England is having rain at the moment. It's going to get colder. And last November when I went to Benidorm, it snowed. So I was delayed a couple of hours, didn't arrive till mid-afternoon, so I lost practically a day. But the temperature in Benidorm was 24 degrees, and I just left freezing, snowy temperatures here. So it was brilliant. So again, it's similar weather next week. And of course, the fiesta starts at the end of next week as well, the big festival. So I know Benidorm is going to get very busy. And it's more expensive to go to the hotels that week as well, understandable. And last week it was, well, this week actually, because it's half term. So I managed to get a good deal for next week. So again, hit that subscribe button at CarlSmith25. Please like the videos, comment as well. And I hope you look forward to the Benidorm series coming up very soon. And of course, I appreciate you listening to these updates. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.